to the top, you can bet that. Catch us cruising. What's good? What's good? This is the DagogetaTv. This is If You Ask Me. Hip hop debate desk. This is segment 2 where we talk that music and movie culture. I'm your guy Deme D. Got Slop Shotcha in the building. Remo on deck, man.
Yo, Remo Marac, you already know what it is.
First time in the building,
yes.
man. Glad to have you. Glad to have you returning.
Yes.
So this right now, we're gonna do a segment where I like to just talk about an album, and we're gonna talk about Eve's debut album. Let There Be Eve, Ruff, Ryders' first lady. Okay. Shout out to Eve. She was dope as fuck. Were y'all Eve fans?
I was.
Yeah, she was.
I was.
Eve.
You know why?
Just because anything that Ruff Ryders was co-signing at that point in time, like just that Def Jam 2000 era, Murder Inc., Rockefeller, Ruff Ryders, anything they touched. Yeah, even Method Man and Redman.
Platinum.
I was fucking with
Platinum.
Yeah.
Platinum. So we're gonna talk about production, impact, for topics, best songs, and our best singer. So you wanted to say something before we get into it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, shout out to Eve, man. I'm keeping it up. Eve, skill set wise, was definitely an uncanny type of skill set, because what happened was around that time when Eve came out, we were so used to, okay, are we team Lil' Kim? Are we team Foxy Brown? Let's just keep it a buck. Around that time, that's the only two you gave it that. And Missy,
the Brat was in there. The Brat was in there.
No, the Brat was in there, but the cornerstone. Missy.
I think that's when. I think that's when the Brat. I think that's when the Brat switched to sexy a little bit. When Missy came, because Missy came and she took the little butch.
But the cornerstones. Let's just keep it a buck. The cornerstones was Kim and Foxy. We all was wondering, like, okay, who's gonna really stir this pot next? Eve's shit was different because first of all, we was like, whoa, women in Philly can rap?
You was looking for one? I wasn't looking for one.
I was. No, you know why I was looking for one? No, you know why I was looking for one? Because I'm different. Like, I'm different. Like, when something's beating a dead horse to me, and creatively,
I wasn't looking for it. It wasn't until I
had Digger too.
It wasn't until
Rod
Digger
was alright too.
I wasn't looking for
Rod Digger was alright too around that time, but Eve was the difference.
My sister came home singing that. What y'all niggas want? And then that album dropped, and you could, them first 8 songs. Nigga,
I don't know about 8.
I need a ride and die, bitch. That was my song.
I'm talking about the first on the Ruff Ryders compilation.
Oh, the Ruff Ryders.
I need a ride and die, bitch.
Nah, they hit, and that was I think that was like the 3rd or 4th song on that shit. And it was like, and this shit just fell in line, and I was like, maybe we might need a new woman in the game.
Now, I mean, we did.
I was searching
until I heard that shit.
I wasn't shocked that a woman came from Philly.
I was about to say, I wasn't shocked. Oh, I gotta stop you there. I gotta stop you there.
I was shocked.
I gotta stop you there before they kill you, though.
I know, cause Jean Grey.
No, not Jean Grey. Hey, I thought Jean Grey was from Brooklyn.
No, my fault. Not Jean Grey. Who am I thinking of from Philly?
I got.
Okay, but
I know what you're saying.
Marketability.
Yeah, but let's get it. So let's start with the first thing. What were your thoughts on production? We know it's like it's Swizz,
back then,
DJ Shaw.
Back then or now? What you want?
Let's talk about back then, because you know shit is different in
Back then, you know what it was? Alright, so I'm gonna
go after.
I'm gonna tell you what I thought back then. You gotta forgive me, I was a teenager. Back then, what I used to think, just because of that first song with her and Drag On, I was like, ooh, this album is fire. These beats is hard. Swizz beats the GOAT. Yo, and I was so caught in the maze. So if we bring it back to now, Swizz a legend, and I can never strip him of what he has gotten or what he's gained. Don't be so cheesy as shit, bro. I think it declined after the Philly.
Maniac, we on that shit. Stuck Up.
My bitches, the remix to My Niggas.
I thought that beat was good.
I thought that was
it was a little cheesy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Here's my thing. All right. We gotta understand a few factors. Right? Let's keep it above. Back then, that's just what it was. I'm not saying I'm not gonna use technology as an excuse.
No, but he made it what it was. Right. It wasn't even to say like he was copying nobody. Swizz made it what it was. You said it was what it was back then. He made that. So shout them for being a true
right. So when it comes to that, right? I don't think anybody of that time, right, was thinking, okay, now for 2022, it's gonna stick and last. Let's keep it above. A lot of them
I didn't like it then.
He said he didn't like it.
Really?
Like I said, back
I thought
before,
Eve.
Okay, I want to hear what you said. I'm shocked
thought
by
Eve
this.
carried that album. I don't think the production carried it.
Yes.
I think the songs, the topics, her swag, and the lyrics carried it. I don't think the production carried it.
So
Scenario 2000 sounded like Jigga My Nigga remix, bro.
That shit was fire though. But
Even
again,
though the
I guess
was fire. That
right,
beat
right,
was
right,
that beat was
right.
when Jay-Z said, "Yo, tweak this, tweak this, tweak this." Then we got Jigga My Nigga,
Right.
and she and Swizz let her keep the original.
Right.
That's how it sounded to me.
Yeah, at the time I thought she held it down.
Okay.
She did that.
I mean, like I said again, man. I mean, we gotta understand, man. A lot of things back then, it wasn't crafted for now per se, because now technology is super duper advanced.
That's why
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
like
So
to
it's
talk
like-
now, because hindsight is that's why I
Yeah.
always like to talk
Right.
at the time when
But that's
I'll
not back-
specify.
So
you know.
if we would have gone back then, like
don't.
you wasn't telling me shit about Swiss Beats back then.
Nah, you wasn't telling
You wasn't
no.
telling me shit
I
about Swiss Beats.
definitely was critical of Swiss.
Really?
Especially that Drag On album. My God.
Is that
I didn't like Drag On's album.
Oh my God.
So I wasn't
I
sure
gotta
if it was the
ask
beats.
you,
I didn't like Drag
Is
On's
that a
album.
Queens thing?
I can't say it is.
I mean, because you gotta understand,
A lot of niggas
Queens
didn't
niggas-
like
a lot of Queens,
Swiss back
you gotta
then,
remember, a lot of
though.
Queens niggas, it was accustomed to real production, because you gotta remember, a lot of niggas from Queens,
I just
super
don't think-
producers was
I
from
just
Queens.
don't think
I'm just saying.
he's not a whole album guy to me. He's a guy where you get a bulk from.
Yeah.
I just don't know about whole albums.
He's not like an alchemist, no ID.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough with that. But let's get into impact with the album though.
Impact. So
I think definitely.
No, Impact was
So,
there.
no, the
Impact
Impact
was
I said-
there. Because like I just said before, not to cut you off, like I said before, we needed something different. Because
She was still
we were
sexy and
accustomed
still
we
spitting.
were accustomed to Kim
and Foxy. And I didn't know, like he said, I wasn't looking for a
Wasn't really
motherfucking
looking
thing.
for it.
I was.
But when it hit,
I was
I knew we
was.
definitely did.
It's dope.
It was one of those like I said, that what y'all niggas want, and I keep referring to that even though it's not on the album, that remix is trash.
No, I keep that remix is trash. I didn't like it back then either.
Nah, the remix is so bad. The remix is so bad. But
I mean, he just only played a certain kind of it.
Sorry.
He just only played a certain kind of it at the club.
But no, but we talking about like the impact.
Right.
Like when I first saw the blonde hip pit bull in the skirt, like she was keeping up with Beans, DMX,
Word.
the lots. She was not getting left, and you cannot tell me she
Drag.
was getting left. On and
Nah, she never did.
that drag song, they went bar for bar.
Yo,
Yo,
Drag-
that's my favorite song on the album.
Drag
Let's
is
talk
dope,
about.
man. He just got done. I don't want to veer off. He got done dirty with the production.
I gotta get this one off my
Yeah,
chest.
Drag is dope though.
Yeah, right.
No,
Yeah.
but
right.
they went head to head. That's
Aight.
like I said, that's my favorite song on the album. Let's talk about that's my favorite song. And she came in the game just with that, and I'm like, yo, this is heavy. And then, like I said, who's talking about domestic violence?
So before we, because I don't want to stray. So I want to get into the next thing, the topics.
My fault. You ain't got you ain't hit on top on Impact. So
Nah,
you
Impact, no, I said before.
Yeah.
Impact, you can't.
She was it.
Yo, she came through and changed your whole narrative about the cornerstones. I don't care what nobody says. If back then in the 90s, mid
It was
90s,
her.
and 2000,
Trina
if you
came through a little
yeah,
bit.
but no, but the
Trina was
three,
on that song?
yeah, she was.
She came with Trick. That was
Yeah,
like
she was
99.
trying.
And now was it on that song?
Nah, it's like
Yeah,
99.
she was trying, but
She might have been before.
She was trying.
She might have been.
Trina wasn't trying to
no.
Trina did.
Here's the reason.
Trina did, my nigga.
Here's the reason
Trina
why I'm
wasn't
saying
trying.
trying. Here's what I'm saying trying. Right? Like I said, Eve's rush and impact was uncanny because A, you didn't think something was coming from Philly. B, you didn't think something out of Horn. You didn't think something out of Rough Rider could keep up. Let's keep it up with what Rough Rider had.
Yeah, that's a fact. With that machine. I'm gonna tell you why Trina kept up. Because Trina stuck on that stripper thing. That stripper
Oh yeah, I
thing.
mean,
That's why it hit. And we needed that aspect because Eve was a stripper, and like she mentions it. She taps on it. She taps on it.
Yeah, on the song.
Trina embraced it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Trina,
but that's because she was kind of
doing.
doing what everybody's doing now, though. Trina's kind of like
She's the pioneer.
Eve was rapping.
That's my point.
Eve was rapping.
That's my point.
So it wasn't about stripper rap.
No, right. She was coming with it.
Well, jumping into that though, the topics. Tell me she didn't fucking kill it.
Of course. She put awareness. She put awareness to domestic violence.
What y'all want? Even though like it's not on the album, but what y'all want? Even let's talk about it. Got a man.
Nigga, that was a two-way ringtone.
Even the shit with bees. Even though it's only Philly, but still, I felt like it was a nice variety, right?
You needed that.
It was a nice variety.
Who was doing that back then? This was before Beans got his shit off like that.
Right, Beans wasn't getting his shit off.
He didn't get his shit, so we needed that Philly shit. The only reason why we knew Beans. I mean, because don't get it twisted. We already had the Roots. The Roots was my only thing to like Philly back then. The Roots was my only Philly connection.
I'm a youngsters guy. Gotta shout out the youngsters. The youngsters. Shout out to the Roots.
The Roots was the only one back then. I felt like when Beans opened the door, it was a bum rush through it. But she was my
Major Figures.
You gotta put Major Figures in the play.
Major Figures had a single, my nigga. Shout out to Gift. But they had.
I like Philly.
All I know from Major Figures is that. Yeah. That was my shit though. That was my shit. You know, look at the face on the rug. That was my shit.
But not as a clip though, but it's also Dutch and Spade. Shout out to
Dutch and Spade, yes.
So what I do before, I don't want to miss this though. Heaven Only Knows too, man. She got some shit on there.
Heaven Only Knows. That's my second favorite on joint on there.
So let's go with that though. What are your favorite songs? Or the best songs you say?
Let's talk about. That's just it, bro. I used to bump that. I used to put the CD in just to hear that one. You get what I'm saying? Take off the intro. Yo, you don't even need if you would have put that, if that was the intro, we would have been talking about, I feel like we would have been talking about that shit with Meek and Ho shit, bro. If that was an intro, if we would have left that as the intro, bro, I felt, the intro was trash. But if that was the intro, I felt like that was perfect for it. But then, Philly, that's my shit. I hate the hook.
I hate the hook.
So to even escape the fact that the hook wasn't there, but Beans walked. Eve walked.
Yo, shout out to Beanie fucking Siegel.
Dog Match. My shit.
Well, we naming the same joints pretty much.
Dog Match and Heaven Only Knows. Those my shit. Like I said, and I like Love Is Blind, but you don't really hear Love Is Blind until Faith get on it. And the album version don't got Faith.
I gotta give it that because of the song.
Right.
And I'm just add on.
Now the context of the song fire.
At the video, when she hit you with that, when she hit you with that at the end, after, you know what I'm saying, we see the film when she comes back, and then, you know, at the funeral, the Faith joint just made it, like, if I never heard the Faith joint, I probably would have added Love Is Blind, but being that I heard it with Faith, I was just like, damn, bro, this shit missing something without Faith.
The only thing I'm gonna add is Dog Match, but I pretty much
I said Dog Match.
We got the same shit then.
And DMX. I thought I was better than Scenario. I think it
Dog Match, yes.
I thought the beat for Scenario threw it off. But I thought Scenario was fire.
I think the hook was kind of off from Dog Match, but you got the same joints?
I got something. I'm not.
Alright, so this is the one I'm curious about. What is the best single? Since What Y'all Want is not on there, because I keep forgetting it's not on there.
Off her first album?
Off her first album, what's the best single?
The
best single is Love Is Blind. Love Is Blind. Obviously, Love Is Blind.
Got a man, yo. Shout out to Eve embracing being in love with a man and talking about
you know why?
Because you know nowadays you can't do that shit.
Yeah, right.
You can't embrace a man and talk about how you love him and shout him out.
Yeah, right.
You a pick me and shit.
Right.
Nah, I done heard drill bitches talk about love. Love is always going to be a universal thing.
I don't know. You're going to have to tell me the song and I'm going to check it out.
I'll play some music. But no, love is always going to be universal. And a nigga's always going to want his ego fat. You get what I'm saying?
Right, but she wasn't talking about eating my pussy and give me the bag. She was talking about...
talked about getting her pussy eating thing and got a man. She definitely did. She touched on it.
It was heavy.
It was part of... Since I love you.
It was love.
It was grooming. But it wasn't the emphasis.
Yo, but we gonna close it out there, man. Alright, yo, salute to Eve. If you ain't hear this album,
Yes,
check
Eve,
that shit out.
please.
Let There Be Eve.
Please.
Ruff
Let's have a
Ryders
round of
first
applause.
lady.
Eve.
She tapped out, but she did give us
Eve.
4 albums though.
Eve
She
discography.
gave us
Discography.
4
Her first
albums.
2 albums fire.
Yes,
Her first
definitely.
2
If you
albums.
ask me, I'm your guy, Deme D. This is the DagogetaTv. Subscribe, share, leave your comments, let us know, answer these questions, tap in. We out.
Yeah.